Who made this monstrosity?
Pick the Percocet, set, icy on my neck, hit you with that check, teachers by the flex.
What's good? What's going? What's new? And what is happening? Raw Reactions here. Welcome back to the channel. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications, and to help promote the channel. Today we are back with another video by Kage the Don. And not just any other video, one of the best fights as far as Naruto goes. Is it? Yeah, one of the most epic fights as far as Naruto goes. Might Guy versus Madara. The title, the title reads, when Might Guy went Super Saiyan and almost part Madara up. Yeah. And one special thing about this fight is we all got to see the 8 gates, the full 8 gates, and the pure beauty and raw form of the 8 gates. Naruto as an anime does this thing where it will leave you, it can create a particular story and leave you on suspense until a very later date. So it did that with multiple stories and concepts. But as far as things like the 8 gates, the transformation of the 8 gates, as far as fans waiting back for the time Naruto and Sasuke would reunite, and not just reunite, Sasuke coming back to the village. As far as even there was one more that was on my mind. As far as the mystery of the fourth Hokage before we found out he was Naruto's father, things like that. They did this beautiful thing, or Kishimoto did this beautiful thing where he left us on suspense on certain things from the original Naruto, where we barely knew a lot of things going on, or a lot of things we know now. From that point up until towards the end. And the 8 gates is one of them. I know for a fact when everybody saw this fight, or even just seeing Guy transform, was epic on its own. I can't count how many times I've gone back to the actual footage. But I decided to react to this with you guys today, so let's dive on it.
Okay, so boom, the fight kicks off with Guy Sensei, Kakashi, and Minato facing off against Madara, the top op himself. Yes, I know Gaara was there, but I refuse to acknowledge him after that garbage performance he put up with the 5 Kai. Madara over there in his final form, talking that hot smack as usual. You may be reinforcements, but you're nothing more than pebbles. As much as I'm rooting for Guy and Kakashi, how can I hate on this? Cause did he lie? After what we've seen, y'all really are just little boys to this guy over there in disbelief, asking if is really Madara, and the others confirm that it is. As to why he had to ask, I have no clue. Name one other person who's just gonna stand there bored and unfazed, waiting in front of a super team made of Minato, Kakashi, and Might Guy. Minato begins to give Guy the scouting report on Madara, saying,
also peep this, 2 of them are war heroes. Kakashi was a war hero for... Actually, Kakashi and Minato were war heroes during the 3rd Great Ninja War. And even during the 2nd, arguably, Minato was on the come up of being a war hero. I say that because of is it Naruto Spiraling? I've forgotten the exact name, but it's basically a short manga on when Minato and Kushina were teenagers. As at then, Minato was already going to war. Hell, he already knew his teleportation technique. He teleported Jiraiya away from a blast that the 4th and the 5 tails were about to shoot at them. For context, the 4th and the Jinchuriki of the 4 tails and the 5 tails, Ryo and Han, they were members of the Hidden Stone. So these are 2 war heroes, with one of them being Hokage. 2 war heroes with one Jonin who learns a very useful forbidden technique and can use it to his discretion any way he wants, so long as he doesn't reach the final gate. And of course, another Kazekage, even though he doesn't want to acknowledge him. But that is actually a super team. And for Madara to just stand there on face is like, bruh, that low key speaks volume. Even though that was a lot had happened within this period, and that was not necessarily what people were thinking about. That in itself speaks volume.
No ninjutsu works against him, only Sage Jutsu. Well, that and Taijutsu. As soon as Guy hears this, he immediately gets bricked up. This is what he been training for his whole life. We know Guy got them hands like Floyd. He a real heavy hitter. It should be a unanimous decision as to who we call up to bat. But to my surprise, Kakashi got the audacity to weigh out other options. He over there talking about some, I don't know, man, this is a tough one. Sage Jutsu really isn't your specialty, sensei. What? Minato, with all due respect, you are a goated shinobi, but my brother in Christ, you have no arms. How the hell are you gonna weave any hand signs? Like, look, he out here carrying a kunai in his mouth, looking like a damn golden retriever. What is...
Let me also say this. I didn't like the fact that Minato lost his arm early. I didn't, especially both of his arms eventually, because in as much as, of course, we all got to see him fight in real time, we didn't get what we would have gotten if he still had his two arms. As for that is my own perception, really. So I don't think we necessarily, of course, we got to see him at his full capacity, but it was his full capacity to the best he could bring out. You feel? Well, that is my own take on it. I personally did not like that specifically. But let's go on.
If I'm Guy Sensei, me and Kakashi gotta run the fade after this, cause you really must not believe in me. You was really about to call on a nigga with no arms over me. Man, Guy not hearing none of that, so he immediately steps up to face Madara and begins to open the 7th inner gate of shock, bringing out this blue aura around him while nearly blowing everyone away. Kakashi sees this transformation and is in complete disbelief, but Madara sees the transformation as well, and he's not impressed in the slightest. In fact, he even says he insults
me.
If that's not enough to make you pee your pants and flee the scene, I don't know what is. How you witness the 7th gate and not even flinch? He's just simply built different. Guy finally ready to kick the fight off, so he immediately charges at Madara with a punch, but he weaves it. Then he tries to hit him with a kick and another punch, but Madara dodges those too. The cameraman knows Guy's about to start cooking, so he immediately cuts to his team for a reaction. Gaara over there talking about those aren't human movements. And I mean, he's not wrong, but at the same time, everything's gonna seem fast to his camping ass. This is the same man who was getting blitzed by young Sasuke with them copycat ass moves. And I don't want to hear nobody in them comments saying, oh, come on, he was just a kid back then. Yes, he was just a kid back then, but you know what's crazy? He's probably worse now. Nah, he is. I don't care. I'm standing on that. You need to leave. Young Sasuke with them copycat ass moves. And I don't want to hear nobody in them comments saying, oh, come on, he was just a kid back then. Yes, he was just a kid back then, but you know what's crazy? He's probably worse.
He's worse.
Nah, he is. I don't care. I'm standing on that. I need to bring up the tape of the 5 Kage fight his sorry ass. Look, he got no bag. My fault. I got a little carried away. Back to the man of the hour. Guy tired of Madara dodging his attack, so he puts his hands together to boot up something vicious. Now, call me a little slow, but I thought he was taking a page out of Kakashi's book in order to pull out the finger of the booty juice. But I was sad to blast from that move, and it sends him flying back, but he's still standing. After that move, the camera cuts to Guy Sensei laid out in the rubble, and I immediately started screaming at the screen, telling this man to get up. Ain't no way he knocked without ever really touching him. Guy, lock in. Rock Lee flies in and picks up his body, then places him back with the team, and that's when we see that he's good for the most part. Now they all down there strategizing on what they should do next. They don't really got any more options if Guy's taijutsu fails, but Guy got one more trick up his sleeve. All of a sudden he hits this clean over the shoulder look and lets them know he's about to break out the 8th inner gate. After Guy reveals his plan, Lee, Kakashi, and Minato are all all talking about some, guy, you can't be serious. You don't have to do this. But I'm over here sitting in front of my screen like, yes, the hell he does. What are y'all on? It's the last resort. We got no other options. What else are we gonna do? Wait for Gaara's sand pyramid to save the day? I don't think so. Guy hits him with his signature thumbs up and starts charging at Madara while opening the 8th inner gate of death. Guy jumps up in this odd looking position and hits him with that Sekizo blast. Madara somewhat blocks it, but definitely not with ease. He looked like he's fighting for life.
Another thing I like is the fact that the 8 gates is really, I mean, they say it's Kage level, but with this fight you can say it's God level. You really can. God or godlike level. Because nobody expected, as much as we were excited to see the fight, and as much as we liked the fact that he was pushing Guy, nobody expected, that he was pushing Madara. Nobody expected that to happen. So the technique, I can see why it's a forbidden technique. It's really godlike level, really.
Was even strong enough to leave Madara laid out on the ground, but not for long. Madara jumps back in the air ready to keep boxing, so Guy charges straight at him. While running towards Madara, Minato down there devising a plan on how to jump him. But as soon as he begins his plan with, Gaara, can you ready some sand? I quickly leap to grab the remote and fast forward to Guy. Guy over there doing cardio, running fast as hell around Madara. But all of a sudden he pops out and hits him with that Sekizo barrage first step. Madara barely blocks this one, but then Guy hits him with that second step, which catches him right on the cheek. Got him looking goofy as hell. Now at this point, Guy just going crazy with the barrage, and he's so fast that there's nothing Madara can do. Madara tired of getting cooked up, so he tries to hit him with one of them big old black balls, but Minato jumps in front of them and uses the flying Raijin to get them on out of it. Now Guy got an open lane to Madara.
Another thing that just popped up in my head. Hold on.
Point, Guy.
This scene right here, Guy surrounding Madara and hitting him with all these Seiksu blasts and him running around him and everything. Basically him being so fast that Madara can't keep up. It reminds me of the time Lee fought Gaara. I didn't dip it then when I first watched it, but this is like a good what I'm looking for the right word. This is like a good significance or playback to, that moment. Is like, oh, his students could do this. Look at what he's doing on a godlike, Kage-like level. You feel? Makes sense.
Going crazy with the barrage, and he's so fast that there's nothing Madara can do. Madara tired of getting cooked up, so he tried to hit him with one of them big old black balls, but Minato jumps in front of them and uses the flying Raijin to get them on out of it. Now Guy got an open lane to Madara, so he charges in and completely obliterates Madara's back, sending him sliding 70 feet across the ground. Now Madara over there laid out, looking like he can't take no more of Guy's back shot. But surprisingly enough, he musters up the energy to stand up, wipes the blood off his face, and smiles. Oh nah, this man is a demon. Let me put y'all on game. Fighting 101. If you get a clean hit in on your opponent and they get amped.
Madara Loki acts like he's Saiyan. The guy he's excited to fight. He's excited to fight. And what is funny is the times they've showed him, well, removing the fights in the war. The times they showed him from, when he was younger to his last fight with Hashirama, he was never shown as an insane freak that loved fighting. But in the war, Baba is always like, can you dance? Can you fight? Can you do this? People are mere specs to me and all that. So it's just funny that he moves like he's Saiyan would as far as fighting goes.
Wrap it up and call it a day. You do not want that smoke. That is a mentally ill individual. Now Madara over there yelling at Guy to give him some more pain, leaving everyone on the battlefield shook. Madara's never been touched like this by anyone else on the battlefield, so now he's addicted to the feeling of having a worthy opponent. Guy's ready to end this once and for all, so he pulls out his trump card and boots up Night Guy, the strongest form of taijutsu there is. He rushes Madara and hits him with a kick so mean that it crushes his ribs and causes an explosion. After the smoke clears, we see Guy laid out on the floor with his eyes rolled back, looking like he just got that Ash Cash special. He over there charred to the bone, looking like a piece of chicken that just got taken off the grill on 4th of July. Even though guy's condition is crazy, it was a much needed sacrifice. Cause if he looks like that, then this must mean Madara's cooked, right?
Yes.
Wrong. To my surprise, the camera pans to...
But look at what he did though. But look at what he did. That's still insane.
With half his body seared off. You think with his body and
Madara does have Hashirama cells. Hashirama who could naturally heal without having to weave hand signs. So I wasn't even necessarily surprised. But look at what guy still did. Come on.
shape, he must have been sent back to the gulag. But that is not the case. That man is over there chuckling, talking about some I almost died. And what makes this even more embarrassing is the fact that Madara's been on defense the whole time. Guy Sensei over here blitzing this man with everything he got, putting his life on the line. Whole time Madara taking this as a joke. Honestly, this is just a rare case of great offense but better defense. Because what are you supposed to do when you blow half of your opponent's body off and they're there laughing in your face? All you can do at that point is pray. While regenerating his whole other half, he decides he's done playing with his food and gets ready to end the fight once and for all. So he sends one of the truth-seeking balls straight to Guy. But luckily, Naruto pops up out of nowhere with this elite pull-up and kicks the ball right back at Madara. Y'all seen the form on that kick? Damn! And peep the follow-through. He really had to dab on him real quick.
Actually. The form was, bro, that was a solid football form. It was epic.
Raw S-tier fight. I'll admit, Guy couldn't really go the distance, but every second of this fight was straight heat. And even though Madara's powers were just too much to handle, Guy still showed us that he got that dog in him.
Facts, man. Facts. This fight, like I said at the beginning of the video, this fight still remains one of the most epic fights as far as Naruto goes. The fight was so epic that it was in another level on its own, even during the war. I think the only thing that came close to that fight, not came close, that was on the same level and even higher was... Actually, I can't necessarily start gauging which fights were necessarily as good or better than it. Of course, there's the one of Naruto fighting the tailed beast. There is Madara versus the Kage, the five Kages. There is there is Choji versus the Choji fought the what is the name of the husk of the 10 tails? That was a maybe not necessarily that fight, but the whole humanoid versus humanoid thing, I personally liked that. But this fight on its own stood out. But yeah, great video. You guys, thank you for tuning in this far. Check out the original video. It has really great content. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what other videos you guys want me to see. And if you have other anime references, honestly, that you want me to check out, it doesn't have to be Naruto, just let me know. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
I just pick the Percocets, I see on my neck, hit you with that check. We just bout to flex. Pick the Percocets, I see you.